are you? Stellaris 2.7 is coming. Yay! We'll go on a little sightseeing tour together. Everything the new patch has to offer, so you'll know what's coming. Let's go. We'll go into the new space fauna things with the galaxy reinvigorated. The ancient full of visuals galaxy. So the improvements on that. Then the resolution rearmed. The new resolutions you can have in the galactic community. We'll look at the Federation joint operations for the Federation types. We'll go into the new edict system shortly. And the update to habitats that gives them a couple of stages and more. So let's have a look at the reinvigorated space fauna. You can see there are changes to the Tianki, there are changes to the space amoebas, there's also changes to the other creatures that you encounter, and also the pirates that will have some late game goodness added. The Tianki have an added home system called Tianavec, which can spawn more space worlds throughout the continuation of the game. It will spawn more, it will spawn some swarms that go out and seek new systems. Same goes for the space amoebas. You can now protect them, you can hunt them, both have rewards. You can see there is hunting is viable now, and there are a little bit more different types of Tianki available now. There are also hatchlings to the bulls, cows, and calves. The space amoebas, well, of course, they don't have calves or something, like they are amoebas. They spawn in the system and will have a cooldown, but occasionally may leave their system in large numbers and seek a new home. Beautiful. And here, also very beautiful. And here, you have the resolutions that you can go space fauna Tianki, and the same is viable in the galactic community, not only for the Tianki. You can go for a conservation act or a pest control. Same goes for the amoebas. That should set us up nicely. Then let's have a short look into the improvements of the visuals. As you can see here, there's a lot new video and sound effects for space storms, which can now appear randomly from the mid-game onwards, nebulas, crisis systems, and consecrated planets. And there's also some technical fixes and a mono to stereo upgrade, loads of new ambient planet revealed, and 70 plus original audio assets remastered here. A little bit of goodness coming our way. Then we have the resolutions rearmed. Praise be, a new set of resolutions have been added to the galactic community that uphold the divinity of life. In addition to the Tianki and Space Amoeba Protection Acts or pest controls, that way will go for the righteous empires of the community to support this cause. What this means is there will be problems for synthetics. So there will be a synthetics no thing that the galactic community can utter, and that's going to be quite interesting. Then we come to the Federation changes. Yes, there are new joint operations for the federations that will give you some bonuses, but there's also change to Federation voting, something I welcome very much. As you can see here, you can now choose to use favors to support your vote inside of your federation, which is very good if you have ever been stuck in a federation that does not do anything you want. This is the solution. There are UI improvements that will show you why your allies want that war. Very useful. Voting for Federation laws is also improved, mainly from the feedback that shows afterwards who voted what. But now let's go to the joint operations. As you can see here, there's a screeny pieces of an ephemeral puzzle. That's a thing for research cooperative. They can have a joint archaeological dig. We have strange new stellar phenomena with galactic unions and research cooperatives at the Federation capitals. For the hegemonies, we'll have a grand project to celebrate cultural uniformity and see who's still willing to toe the line. Then military alliances can partake in a joint training exercise, and Trade League can seek to improve their collective net worth through harmonized logistics. Also, it's far less likely to get blocked off by your allies if you start in a federation, which is kind of great if you think about it. Then edicts have been changed to make them more meaningful. As you can see, there's that little hammer here, and that there's a 0 out of 2. You have something called edict capacity now. That is limited by your choice of government mostly. You can see here dictatorial adds something, imperial cult adds something, executive vigor adds something. These things will also renew automatically, so it's rather a thing of switching them on and off, but of course the first switching on has that extra activation code. So we have the edict capacity. So if you go over the edict capacity, your empire sprawl will be increased by 25% per edict over the empire Edict Capacity. As default, an empire will start with a capacity of 2, can be modified by things like authority, civics, ascension perks. But those are very prone to being changed later, of course, because balance needs to happen. But not all edicts will use edict capacity, as you can see above here. They don't have that sign, so they probably don't use the edict capacities. You can use the ambitions as you like, which is of course very good to know, because what other use do you have for unity later on? That's very well thought out. Some of the edicts have changed to make them more powerful, because yeah, if you're limited to only 2 edicts, for example, then these edicts better be powerful. As you can see here, we have farming subsidies, for example, is the upkeep of farmers, but gives a higher farmers output. And we have fortify the border, which increases the empire sprawl from systems, but increases your starbase capacity and starbase upgrade speed. And for example, the fleet supremacy, ship starting experience by increased by 100, build speed goes up, diplomatic weight from power goes up by 10%, ship upkeep goes also up by 10%. And then there's pop growth. They will rework pop growth, and there's a start to that. That is shown by the new nutritional plentitude toggled edict. That will increase your pop speed, but will also increase your empire sprawl from pop for the duration, and also pop food upkeep and mineral upkeep. While the happiness also goes up, the pop growth speed goes up. So pop growth is getting more expensive because they have identified things that pop growth is problematic. That gives me hope. And as you can see, the late game rare resource edicts campaigns and unity ambition remain unchanged and keep working like we're used to. But the most important changes are gonna be the habitat tiers. There's 1, 2, 3 new tiers of habitats connected to the technology. Habitats, the basic ones, have a little bit of reduced cost. They're gonna be smaller. They have only 4 district slots, when the advanced one has 6 and the habitat world has 8 districts. These changes to your habitats are unlocked by technologies, as you can see here, that have been added to the game. Then there's a new Voidborn Ascension perk. It has had a few changes. It does not add 2 district slots anymore. It does now add 2 additional building slots. Upgraded habitats can now support advanced housing buildings. Habitats can also now support the basic housing buildings, so you can have much more people in a habitat if you want. And there is a research option gain, as you can see here, habitat expansion. So to have access to these advanced habitats, you need to have Voidborn. Voidborn unlocks the habitat expansion needed for the first upgrade, the advanced habitat. If you upgrade your habitat then to an advanced habitat, then a research option will be gained that leads you to the advanced space habitation, which is the habitat world. As I already said, void dwellers are changed as well. They get 1 advanced habitat, gain the research option for advanced habitats, and the other 2 habitats, they will have regular orbital habitats. They will profit a lot from being voidborn. Habitat construction has changed a bit. You no longer need to remove mining or research stations to build a habitat. The construction process will automatically disassemble them upon habitat completion. Now, if you build a habitat above a special resource, then they will be treated as research habitats. So I think the special resource is gonna go away. So we'll just be careful and enjoy our beautiful new habitats. As you can see here, there are the full tiers of a few of the new habitat types for regular humanoid habitats, plantoid habitats, and for the glorious lithoid rock boy habitats. Thank you for watching, and if you're ready for more Stellaris strategy and roleplay, just subscribe to get regular updates from our channel here. Have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friends.